Hello everyone and welcome to Flickering Myth, an extension of the website flickeringmyth.com. My name's EJ Marino and today we are diving into a brand new review for Hobbs and Shaw. This feels like a Dwayne Johnson puff piece as the executive producer, and it feels like someone in the writing room going, hey, make more jokes about how big my penis is. It's weird. I haven't walked away from a movie in 2019 this confused because I know I didn't like Hobbs and Shaw, but I can't put my finger on what exactly it is until now. This has one of the worst scripts of an action movie in 2019. When you have films like Avengers Endgame and John Wick Chapter 3 really advancing the action genre, changing things up, the way we have fight scenes, the way we do choreo, the way we handle jokes in these kind of movies, things have been evolving, and Hobbs and Shaw feels like a progression backwards. This feels like a late 90s, early 2000s action movie with all those insane jokes about how big men's penises are, about that leading man getting the hot girl, about all those bickering in between two enemies who will become friends. All those tropes, all those cliches are on display here, magnified. Everything in this movie is like, look, I didn't think I would appreciate the subtlety of like Fast and the Furious 7 or whatever, but this movie makes me miss those like franchises and what they can do and the formula they make when Justin Lin and Vin Diesel are in the driver's seat. Hobbs and Shaw follows the characters we met in the OG Fast and the Furious franchise, Lucas Hobbs and Deckard Shaw, played by Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham. They're after a dangerous virus that could kill everyone, and hunting them is Idris Elba's villainy character, I don't really know, Brixton? He doesn't, as much as Idris Elba's a great actor, he doesn't really command the screen as much as you would expect here. So Idris Elba's chasing them, and Jason Statham's Deckard's sister, Vanessa Kirby's, oh man, what is her name? Beautiful hot girl in an action movie, because they didn't flesh her out enough. Yes, Vanessa Kirby has awesome action scenes and some of the better lines of the movie, but they didn't treat her well. They didn't treat her with the respect you would see for a female character in these movies. I know Michelle Rodriguez has been pushing for female voices behind the camera in the traditional franchise. Well, that needed to be here because this felt like a character we would have seen in like a throwaway Bond girl kind of thing. You know that Bond girl he meets halfway through, sleeps with her, and we never see her again? That's the vibe Vanessa Kirby gave me in this, and she doesn't deserve it. So basically, yeah, Deckard and Lucas, they're trying to save her, make sure she's okay, because she has a deadly virus in her. And Idris Elba's character, Brixton, this big superhero of a man, is coming to chase them, and he's going to use his robot skills to try to cause genocide and make more robot people. Yeah, this may sound like the plot of an MCU movie, but no, this is actually a Fast and the Furious movie, and that's where this gets all really wonky. While I personally didn't connect with this movie, it seemed to be a crowd pleaser. People behind me, the other critics and the audience members in my screening, really seemed to like it, where I had times when people would laugh and I would go, was that a joke? Or I would chuckle at something and no one would make a comment. And that's what I'm feeling like. Maybe this movie isn't for me. Maybe the kind of jokes, the type of action movie isn't for me. So this is one of those reviews where I'm gonna be really negative about it, but this could work for you. So go into this going, maybe this just wasn't him. But I will say, I'm a fan of a goofy action movie. I love a Steven Seagal movie from the 90s. I like these Fast and the Furious movies. But something about this one didn't connect with me. Maybe it's the juvenile script, the lackluster cinematography, the choppy editing, the campy acting, and not a good kind of campy, but very that's what we're doing here, that's the lazy choices we're making, that's the kind of vibe I get from this, and I'm upset because I wanted to go into this at least going, well, this is dumb popcorn fun. I didn't want to eat popcorn, and this wasn't fun. While I did have problems with the Deckard Shaw, the Jason Statham half of this movie, I found it to be more entertaining. When he got with Vanessa Kirby, when we had the Helen Mirren scenes, when some of the other action moments with him, we would kind of, for the beginning, split them up. We would see Hobbs and we would see Shaw. I liked all the Shaw stuff. So maybe we need another spin-off of a spin-off, and we can have the Deckard Shaw movie with him and his sister. We'll have Helen Mirren come back, Luke Evans, who they like ignored in this movie. We can have all of that in this, and I would be okay. But what we had here, this mismatch of styles, we had somewhat of that UK flair with Jason Statham, and then we had the American action movie style with The Rock. And in theory, blending them together, like visually with like how different their stories looked, and then like comedically or action-y, that would work. But it's weird. It's like they get together and they're just constantly clashing, the characters and the styles in the movies. And that's what's upsetting, is I really thought this could work. I thought this had something at least to be somewhat entertaining, but they sucked all the fun out of this. And that's what blows my mind, is how can an action movie like this bore me for 2 hours? Even when they do surprise cameos of actors I'm not a big fan of, I went more like, well, this is taking me out of the movie instead of engaging me. Yes, they're saying funny things, but I'm going, why is he here? Is he here just because he's friends with Dwayne? Or how the hell did this actor get this job? Yeah, I'm not trying to spoil those cameos for you, but they're more distracting than they are entertaining. And that's kind of the overall vibe of this movie, is I was more distracted by the what the hell aspects than engaged in the what the hell aspects. Look, it's not fun being this mean to a Fast and the Furious movie. I wanted to like Hobbs and Shaw to an extent, but I walked away more angry than entertained. So that's my review for Fast and the Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. What did you think of this review? What do you think of this movie? Are you interested in seeing this? Does this review change your mind? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to Flickering Myth, because we make videos like this every single week, and give us a thumbs up because YouTube takes those way too serious. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and comment below.